Hi, I'm Kristina from Two Peas in a Bucket, and it's time for another week of Kristina's Picks. Last week I chose the Basic Grade Basics collection, and as well as a couple other, the Dear Lizzie and the October Afternoon. That was kind of product overload, and I didn't get a chance to tell you about everything that I really liked about that stuff. So this week I actually went really light on my products, and again I picked some basic things. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Basil Cardstock Craft cardstock. This is a 12 by 12. I am an 8.5 by 11 scrapbooker, which they make in this great cardstock, and I absolutely love it and buy it by pack. You'll notice that there are a lot of other people too that are as obsessed with craft cardstock as I am. Brooke Starnes in the garden, she also uses a lot of craft almost exclusively on her pages. And Shannon Tidwell is doing some really fun stuff where she's punching out craft borders on putting them on top of craft, all kinds of fun stuff. There's something about the craft paper. I don't know if it's the little flecks in them. I'm not sure what it is, but I always feel complete when I use it. I don't always use craft, but there's something about using craft cardstock that really appeals to me. So I'm sharing it with you guys today. That's one of my all-time favorite picks. My next collection, actually my only big collection this week, is the Meadowlark collection from My Mind's Eye. This is another black and white collection like the Basics collection that I showed you last week. I adore this. I think it's great. I told you that when I showed it to you in the new What's New in the Warehouse video a few weeks ago. I think it's awesome. I love that it's black and white. It has a lot of different patterns in it, so it appeals to everyone. It doesn't have to necessarily be used for all elegant stuff like you would think black and white would be, but because it's aged and has the scratch marks, this is a good one on the top that shows you some of the aging marks. It really gives it a lot of character, and I like that. I like to use it on pages of my daughter because she's a little more boyish, she's a tomboy, she's kind of rough around the edges, and I like that it's not so austere and, you know, just black and white, which would be different if it had no scratch marks. So I'm just going to show you a couple of these pieces. I love the polka dot. This one is a floral. It's more like a tone on tone. I like that you see a subtle gray pattern and it's really aged around the corners. Here's one that's a little more floral. And then there's a stripe, which I've used the stripe on both of my samples that I'm going to show you today. This is another one. This is only a white on white instead of the gray on white like the other one was. Same kind of a floral and a plaid. And there's just a basic black. It's called Night Owl. I think that's appropriate. And there's the Night Owl on the other side. I probably wouldn't use these as often since I like to use these in strips and pieces, but this would be really great as a background. Just a plain white. And there's the Meadowlark on that side. Some stripes. Looks like pinstripes. A really nice black design. And you can kind of see really faint. There's some script behind it too, so it's almost like several layers of design on there, which is kind of cool. Black and white floral again, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's a little polka dot, white polka dot on a kind of a cream off-white paper. So I love that, very subtle. Again, I love another polka dot that I really like. More of a lotus color. That one over there. This is black and white dot. I don't know what that is. Geometric, I don't know what to call that. I love this one. I love the size of these polka dots. Like almost kind of gray on white, very etched. This, I know I'm going to use that one a lot. Oops. This one's more like a lattice. Again, another black. A damask. A polka dot. Another stripe. Kind of paisley. There's another white on white. And there's one actually, again, with another design on it. I love that one right there. I've used it a couple of times already. This one has a pattern you can hardly see. It's a black damask on there. And then that. And what else I love about this is that these are actually printed. This isn't a die cut. It's printed. And I love that they have these little thick die cut corners or cards on there. I used a couple already. I like that you can cut them out. You don't necessarily have to use the whole card. You can use bits and pieces of them. I'll show you that on my sample that I did, that I just used bits and pieces, because I don't know that I'd use them all, but I love the paper on the other side too. I love that script. This is the other card one that they have. I like this one too. I think it's really cool. I could see myself just using parts of this down here and then using this part up here for something else. You wouldn't have to use it all together. And it has a script on the back also. And these are both of the die cut sheets, die cut accessory sheets. I haven't gotten a chance to use these yet, but I was contemplating using this one this week and didn't have a chance. There's some nice borders, all kinds of really nice icons. And of course you can get these in packages as well, where you get everything all together. And then these are the samples that I did. And I have some letter stickers I want to show you also. But this is one of the samples that I did where I used all of those different papers. And you can see this actually was one of those cards that I used where I cut it up and actually used just pieces of it. And this one too, I actually cut the bottom part off because I just really wanted that part. But this one I used in total because it did kind of make sense for my my layout. What I like about it is that it's black and white and you can do anything with it. And this one I broke it up just a little bit by adding the pink hearts and the pink dots, just to make it so it wasn't quite so black and white, and there was actually a little bit of feeling in it because I wanted her to remember that she needs to feel loved. And so I put that pink heart and just kind of added it throughout the thing to make that visual triangle also in the layout. This one I just threw in here. This one isn't necessarily all of those same products, and it's got a lot of older products that I threw out on my table when I was working, but I used that black and white paper here too. The whole sheet, I really liked it. There's no craft on this one, as you can see, but I liked the black and white stripe. I thought it went really great with these pictures. And like I said, I just threw a whole bunch of other things in here. Older products. I love the black and white because you can do anything with it. Any colors, pink, blue, anything, and it just will look really nice together. But this is the letter stickers that I'm using today, or showing today. It's a basic gray font. It's come in a couple of different collections. The red one happens to be from Junebug. There's a yellow one that's from the Ambrosia. The brown one that I used before was from Granola. I love the script font. I also threw in really quickly the Doodlebug Loopy Loos. I know I've shown them before. I'm going to show you the same products several times probably over our course, but this is how this one goes. I just absolutely love script fonts, so I had to show it to you again. I love it. I can't help it. I'm sorry. And then I really quickly wanted to show you the Seven Gypsies Naked stickers. They used to make these on a roll. They had this one and several others, and they were mostly black and white, and you could buy them from a little tiny perforated part like that. And I bought several rolls for myself. I love them so much. And they've brought them back out again and put them into these little sheets, and you get 2 sheets per package. There's a couple other that go in this collection also, but I love the black and white ones. Love to use them for dates. I use them on one of my sample layouts. They're a staple. They sit on my desk all the time. I never put them away. I use them on almost every layout. So those are another of my Kristina's picks this week. So that's it. Like I said, I went kind of basic. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.